Hey guys, welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. We're in season 2, episode 2, and I'm your host, Adrian from A League of Our Own on YouTube.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Enfuego.
Mr. Fuego, I hope you had a good week. Baseball's been absolutely phenomenal.
It's
Phenomenal
been
this
nothing
week.
but entertaining.
Yeah, you guys, we're going to talk to you guys about some of the baseball news and baseball card news this week. Thank you all for being here. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast format, appreciate you listening. And if you're here with us live, you guys, love you all so much, my YouTube crew. All right. Let's start off with some baseball goodies, following up with some things that occurred last week. If y'all remember, we talked about Anthony Rendon's incident and at the Oakland baseball game with the fan, little altercation. Following up on that, he did end up getting a 5-game suspension for that. And then it came up. It was lowered to 4. It was lowered to 4 as long as he didn't appeal it, as long as he didn't put up a grievance for that. So Anthony Rendon did get a 4-game suspension for that altercation he had with the fan. If you guys haven't seen that yet, just type in Anthony Rendon in Oakland. It'll come up on everything. It's all over the news. It was a unfortunate situation where both players and fans don't need to act like that.
And I do give Anthony Rendon credit. He did basically make public he did screw up because he's not the type of person that would just go off on a tangent on a fan like that. He's normally pretty good with the fans.
Yeah.
I guess he was just having a bad day.
He's a human being. We're all human beings. We make mistakes, and he got punished for it. He's going to do his time. He'll be back in baseball, and hopefully he's doing good things because he's, had the injury bug, from the past year, and he's a great third baseman. So I would like to see him back in full force with that Angels team.
That still doesn't mean it's okay for us fans to ride these players and call them everything under the sun just to poke at them or get some clout, if you will.
Absolutely. There's not those fans that do that. Like, I hope y'all know that you're annoying when people go to the game with their families. There's a lot of kids there, man. Like, yeah, it's fun to have some banter and some competition out there, but this was like way over the line, cursing, just loud and annoying and obnoxious. Like, dude, chill out.
Just sit back, get a beer, enjoy the game.
Yeah. So, another thing we wanted to retouch on was kind of seeing how the time clock, both the pitch clock and the batter clock, are progressing in baseball. And there still have been some violations here and there. The most memorable last week was with Manny Machado getting called out, third strike, because he didn't, called time, and it didn't. The ump didn't grant it, and he ended up getting ejected because he was, chirping back at the ump, and he called him a douchebag, and that was the final straw. The ump was not having it. Don't call me a douchebag. Get out of here. So
basically, the reason why, and they was talking about it too, that the timeout was not given is because if you got a batter that is trying to call with timeout within the 10 seconds of the batter's time, you're not going to get granted the timeout.
Yeah.
So just suck it up, use your time wisely.
And drive on. Do better next time. Same thing with Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson, it was really weird. He called time and walked out, and Logan Webb still pitched because the ump didn't grant it. And then Tim Anderson got really upset, yelled at the ump, and then he turned and was yelling at Logan Webb because I guess the story is he thought Logan Webb looked at him engaged and knew, so he didn't have to. So he was trying to blame everybody but himself. And that's my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. So he ran his mouth and he got ejected as well. So so the time clock violations, they're still happening. I feel like it's been a lot less. The games have been running smoothly, and they've been a lot of fun. So
Well, we kind of touched on it a couple of weeks ago with our predictions. Let's get all the gripes, complaints out during the month of April. Come May, it's going to be a thing in the past.
Yep, thing of the past, and they'll adjust accordingly. They'll make adjustments if they need to. The MLB will. So
yeah,
it'll be a thing. It'll be a thing of the past, and this is the new MLB, man. I'm loving these fast games. Good, action. It's awesome. So, all right. So let's get into some other fun things that happened this week in baseball. So something that really stuck out in the news for me was the Tyler O'Neill and Ollie Morale conflict. So if you guys didn't see this in the game last week between the Braves and the Cardinals, there was a play on the field where at that moment Tyler O'Neill was on second base, got a hit. He ran home, and the gripe was that when he came around third, he didn't have enough hustle.
The perception was he didn't put enough hustle into it.
Yeah, and he was called out at home, and the Cardinals went on to lose that game against the Braves. Next thing you know, we see the press conference with Ollie Morale, the manager of the Cardinals, saying this is unacceptable. I've got guys that are really hustling out there, and basically Tyler O'Neill didn't do that, didn't hustle. Right. It was kind of like, whoa, it was kind of a weird thing to say in the press conference. I guess I thought it was weird for him to say it in the press conference. That seems like a conversation he can have one-on-one with Tyler O'Neill, and then maybe Tyler O'Neill can address it, saying yeah, I didn't do good or something like that. But Tyler O'Neill then does the press conference, and he was just kind of I guess, I need to get a better jump next time, and I'm busting my butt out there. Yeah. So that proceeded to go on to Tyler getting benched for pretty much the rest of the week. He was brought back on full-time on Friday, and people were like, well, that was kind of quick. But at that point, the Cardinals, it was because of desperation, and they need him out there. He's a great player.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that? Did you watch that play? Didn't you, Mr.
I did watch the play, and honestly, I personally think the manager was not wrong for bringing it to the press conference, because a lot of these players, they need to be reminded that yes, it's just a game, but this game, you're getting paid minimum 7 figures. So if we are paying you, you need to put forth that effort. Okay, you can't be going and dragging behind, or give the perception that you're dragging behind, because you're going to get called out on it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we had this conversation a little while ago. Bryce Harper was a victim of that too, just going to first. It was a pop fly. Granted, that was going to be caught, in the foul territory, but you still got to put forth that effort. Don't just skip through my darling, the first base, and think everything's going to be okay.
Okay. So I'm glad you're saying that, because I when I looked at it, I was like, what am I missing here? I didn't see that. I thought he gave a good effort, and maybe I didn't think when he came around third, I thought he was kind of watching the play or watching the ball, but he didn't look like he really slowed down to me. So I don't know. I might have just missed it, but at any rate, I think he probably could have talked to him about it, not in the press conference, but unless he's just wanted to really heavily discipline him. Like I said, there might be stuff going on in the
some questions that come to my mind is, did this kid get the green light from the third base coach?
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, I did hear something about to run.
Yeah. So
because you got some of these players that they think that they're flash and disregard what that third base coach or that first base coach is actually telling them. So there's so many variables, but at the end of the day, if it looks as if you're not hustling like I know you can, you're gonna get called out on it. because we're paying you millions of dollars to perform. So
100%. I agree with you. That's another factor I wasn't thinking about, like that third base coach calling him in, but it just seemed like, even when a third base coach calls you in, like sometimes you still look at the play. I guess maybe at the professional level, that might be something that can be, overlooked. But anyways, that did happen this week. That was kind of a big thing in the news because it was just so public in the media that it kind of stood out to me. Another awesome thing that happened in baseball this week is Grayson Rodriguez made his MLB debut for the Orioles.
Yeah.
He was fire. I thought he was fire. 5 strikeouts. His dad at the game in the stands was just completely beside himself. Like his poor dad would just look so nervous for him. But Grayson did freaking awesome. They did end up losing to Texas, but for when Grayson came out of the game, it was a 2-2 at that time. So you got the no decision on that. I loved his energy. You saw him after getting some strikeouts and stuff. He's like screaming in his glove because he was so pumped up. So that was really cool. So congrats to Grayson Rodriguez, top prospect for the O's coming up. That pitching
definitely.
debut.
I mean, for those 5 innings, his ERA is 3.60 with a 0.1 WAR. 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. I mean, that's a hell of a debut.
Yeah, that was freaking awesome. So, yeah, all right. So, some more awesome MLB news. The Tampa Bay Rays are on a freaking warpath right now. Still early, but it's still fun to see the Tampa Bay Rays are undefeated. The only fun part was not fun part was for me today and yesterday. They killed my A's. Just like home run derby and just a bash, like merciful game. Both of those games.
I think it was yesterday's game. They knocked in what, 5 or 7 home runs?
Yeah, dude. I was just gonna say Wander Franco's, like, go back and watch the things for that because he pimped that. And I like Wander Franco, so I thought it was kind of cool, but it did hurt a little bit against my A's, but
that was a good batting practice for the Rays.
Shoot, right. I did see Randy Arozarena. It was like 11 or 13-0 the final for that game today. I saw Randy hit one. I know there were other home runs. It was insane. The Rays.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they started their schedule off playing substandard teams anyway. So yeah,
true.
If you would have, I mean, think about it. Guess how much grief they would have got if they go into game 3 against the A's and they lose the series 2-1.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. So,
so
what is that statistic we saw? They're calling about the Rays, like the 39 Yankees we saw on MLB.com.
Oh, that is, I had it here.
Yeah. The Rays are go ahead.
So basically what they're saying is obviously they're off to the hottest start right now, especially being undefeated. Right now, the Rays' season opening 8-game winning streak is the longest in the majors since the Royals did a 9-0 in 2003. Okay.
Nice.
So, and the longest season opening win streak of all time is 13. Dang. And I don't know who did that, but either way, that's still amazing. So,
awesome. All right.
All I can say for them Rays is all good things come to an end.
Sheesh. The Rays are going to be forced to deal with this season, and I feel like they're going to be a thorn in your Yankees.
You know what,
man? Because
we'll engage this conversation again, but I'm just going to end it with hold my beer.
Copy that. All right. Okay, some other fun baseball news. real. Actually, this is big. This will turn your mood around a little bit. Your boy Julio Rodriguez, one of the most exciting people to watch in baseball right now for the
Yes.
Seattle Mariners, did a little milestone, hit a little record-breaking milestone this week. He was the first Mariner in franchise history to get 30 home runs in this quickly.
He was the fastest to get 30 home runs.
Yeah. So that was a cool thing. If you guys have been checking out any of the Seattle Mariners games, they have been a force to reckon with too. There've been some really fun, exciting games. Julio is doing Julio things. Who did I see? I also saw Eugenio Suarez playing really well this week too.
He's
So
another one.
Cool. Yeah. So that was cool. That has been on the longest like drought forever with playoffs and stuff like that. And they had a really good season last year coming like with Julio's rookie year. So seeing them do good is awesome. So that more fun baseball news. If you guys haven't watched any Mariners games, I would definitely suggest checking those out.
But just to touch a little more on this milestone that he hit, though, this is how critical or how big this news is. So J-Rod hit 30 home runs at 140 games. In second, we got a guy by the name of Jim Presley who did it in 156 games.
Okay.
Then we got a two-way tie at 162 games apiece. My other boy, Alex Rodriguez and Daniel Vogelbach. And then cleaning up, you got Alvin Davis at 180.
Decent. All righty. Also, some more exciting news. Good for the game of baseball. We've got Bryce Harper taking some hacks, doing a little BP. Little MLB put out like a little TikTok-y like video of him taking some hacks and the really good sounding baseball slaps going on out there.
There's some Philly fans that aren't too excited about his sudden progression, though. There's some people that are saying that he's trying to force a speedy recovery.
Oh yeah,
I think they set a timeline for when he could get back onto the field, and he's trying to beat that timeline.
Oh so, yeah, I mean, they're thinking it might be too soon, and they're worried that he might get injured again too quickly.
I mean, I'm seeing it right now. We got a fan who's saying too soon, too early, Bryce. Hold it back a bit. Okay, yeah, I mean,
copy that.
I can see it. If you're trying to rush a wound to heal, you're running the risk on re-injuring, potentially getting it worse than what it originally was. But I mean, only you know your own body.
Yeah, true.
So
100%.
I mean, if he feels that he's ready to take it to the next level by taking a couple of swings, by all means, knock yourself out.
Yeah. I mean, I hope the best for Bryce Harper, but let's like MLB's better with Bryce Harper playing. He's just so good. He's awesome. He's exciting to watch. But yeah. Hopefully he stays healthy and that's.
I mean, much respect. I mean, honestly, Bryce Harper is he plays a pivotal role in the Phillies organization. I mean, I guess this will just prove how good that Philly team really is without him. I'm not saying that they're not, that they need him, but every piece counts.
100%. The Phillies are a better team when they've got Bryce Harper. They're not a bad team without him, but I mean, shoot, come on now, Bryce Harper. So yeah, so some other fun things going on in MLB this week. If you guys are in the Discord, the Card Community Discord that Mr. Enfuego runs, the links for that will be in the description. He did post this really cool link to the MLB for like 10 mind-blowing stats that have happened since opening day in baseball. And the first one that I thought was kind of pretty interesting about all the the former Cy Young winners on opening day. There were 8 of them, and this 8 was the second most Cy Young winners to start their team's first big game of the season and year, behind the 2016 season. We had Sandy Alcantara, Shane Bieber, Corbin Burns, Jacob deGrom, Zach Greinke, Corey Kluber, Max Scherzer, and Blake Snell. So a lot of good names there. I'm thinking of what watched and saw some of these games, and some of these guys really stunk it up, but some of them played.
Some of them not so much.
Oh man, I was surprised that Max Scherzer's go this week and Blake Snell had. But Corbin Burns hasn't been doing that great. That makes me think about that whole arbitration thing with him, and if it's just brought him down. And Sandy Alcantara, he's awesome. Babes is awesome. DeGrom's playing. He's not hurt. I'm just teasing. That's Verlander.
Yeah.
We had the big discussion about them in the off season. So,
but Scherzer though, he need to get it together. Giving up 3 home runs in a row. That's not Scherzer like.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I'm hoping that Verlander gets back quick, and just made me think of like the Mets, man. Like, they are not having a good start. And I know, guys, it's super early, and a lot of people are still adjusting, but I'm watching some of the Mets games. I'm like, man, if I'm a Mets fan, I'm like kind of got my feelings hurt right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So some other fun little stats on there. We were talking about Adley Rutschman doing Adley Rutschman things. I think that's enough. If you guys haven't seen Adley Rutschman play or seen any of the highlights, go check him out. That kid is a beast. He is a rookie card I would suggest just watching out for and hanging on to if you happen to get one when you're ripping packs or something like that. He is looking like the real deal, and he is killing it right there.
Yeah, he is. Kick off the season with a 5-for-5 performance.
I know, dude. Awesome. He's a hitting machine. Earlier in the week, actually not earlier in the week. This was probably happening during last week's podcast. So we didn't talk about this because we either happened during or after the podcast. Trayson Thompson for the Dodgers hit 3 home runs in one game, which super awesome feat just in itself. Those Dodgers are freaking awesome. The fun little statistic on that is every single one of those home runs were the same exact exit velocity. So they all exactly the same, 107.5 miles per hour.
Can't make it up.
Bombs. So that was kind of, say what you will about the stat track, but that's fun. That's fun. So congrats to him on that. We got some Bruce Bochy ball, dude. Bruce is coaching the Texas Rangers this season. Came out of retirement retiring from the San Francisco Giants coach. He's doing things with Texas, and they are freaking scoring runs. They got 30 in the first 2 games at the helm.
They scored 27 runs in the first 2 games of the season. Yeah,
27. I was over a little bit there. Which, let's see, that's tied with 1978 Brewers George Bamberger, and the second most runs by a team in its first 2 games with a particular manager since the 1900s. Only the 1951 White Sox under Paul Richards had more runs, and they're the ones that had 30 in the first 2 games at the helm. So I'm
still impressive.
He's awesome. I love him. I'm a little I'm a West Coast gal, and my Bay Area teams there. I am a little butthurt about it because he was with the Giants. Why didn't you just stay with the Giants, man? Like, you retire for a sec. But I know a lot of players and managers do that. They leave for a while and then they realize how much they love it and miss it, and then they come back. So I'm happy for him. Congrats to him. Congrats to the Texas Rangers, because they've been reworking their organization for the past few years, and they've got a pretty good looking team this season. So that's cool. That's cool. Volpe doing Volpe things for the Yankees,
making a name for himself,
stealing bases like he's running from the cops. uh, he's stolen a base in his first 3 games. He's the 5th player since 1900. All these statistics that happened back since the
You
19.
notice the trend, right? Everything is happening from over 100 years ago.
Yeah. With the stolen bases first 3 games, joining Billy Hamilton from 2013 and Pat Howell from 1992 and Ray Langford from 1990 and Frizz Mazel from 1913. Only Hamilton extended his break to 4 games, so Volpe's career opening streak ranks tied for 2nd on the list.
That's still good for a 20-year-old.
Yes. I'm getting the vibes that he is going to be a lifer with the Yankees. He keeps playing like this.
If he keeps doing this,
yeah,
he's gonna be and I'm probably reaching and I'm probably gonna get roasted. I look at Volpe as a light-skinned Ricky Henderson.
That's with the way he's been playing, stealing, he's got a good bat. That's accurate. I'm looking at his ties with Derek Jeter, how he was his favorite player when he was a kid, and how he met him, and now he's playing shortstop with the Yankees, and it's his team, and it's like all the romantic baseball story stuff you want out of baseball.
But there's a lot of things about Derek Jeter that the general public don't know, but only a certain few do know after doing some research. But that's another story.
I'm just talking about.
I will say, at least with Volpe, he's not stealing bases and trying to give them back.
Oh, this is true. What Mr. Fuego was talking about is another baseball story this week with the man, the myth, the legend, Ronald Acuna. Ronald Acuna stole a base this week, and he literally stole the base. It came up out of the mount in the field, and he was like holding on to it after he stole it, like called time and stuff, and he was trying to put it back in the in the spot there. So that was funny. That was good. That's a good little like thing to look up on YouTube and watch that replay. Yordan Alvarez was doing Yordan Alvarez things this week. Game tying home run against the Tigers this week, and he's been he's just been insane this week. He's Yordan. He's so another one of my favorite players to watch. He's always a threat.
One of the very few pure Astros players.
Yes.
Nothing against the fans of the Houston Astros, but you all know where I'm going with that.
They're past, but Yordan Alvarez rookie year was 2020 after all the debacle. So he's on the list of Astro players that I love. So yeah. All right, guys.
We have a rookie who hit a grand slam in his 4th career game.
Is that right? What story you got there?
So basically, we had a rookie who made a notable entrance during it was during the Brewers game. It's the Brewers rookie Bryce Terang. He made a name for himself by hitting a grand slam in his 4th career game for his 1st career home run. And
that's awesome.
He actually became the 4th Brewers player with a grand slam for his 1st ever home run. You know, he joined some folks like Sean Markham, who did it in 2011, Tim Unruh, who did it in 97, Bill Spears in 89. I mean, I don't really know too much about those gentlemen, but I'm sure there's some Brewers fans out there who would actually know who those individuals are. But I'm noticing with this new generation of player, they're doing a lot of the things that were really not a thing back when we were young watching baseball, and they're making it look easy.
Yeah. Yep. It's a whole new era of baseball happening especially with all these
keep going the way it's going. A lot of these long-standing records that we always fought and argued that it's never going to be broken, they're gonna get shattered.
Yeah, I know that's why it's an exciting time with all these new rules and stuff too, like with the no shift and all that. We're gonna see some really cool statistics this season. So yeah, that's freaking awesome. And by the way, hats off to the Brew Crew because they've been looking decent. They've had some rough couple rough years, and that's that prospect for them coming up. And yeah, that's decent.
I mean, they're in first place in their
Corbin
division.
Burns. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, some statistics as far as the standings right now, guys. We got in the American League West, we got the Angels leading that off with a 4-3 record. In the AL East, well, do I need to even say? But we got our Rays 8-0. We got in the AL Central, the Twins 6-2. In the National League East, we got them Braves 6-2. In the National League Central, Brew Crew, as Mr. Enfuego said, 6-1. And the Dodgers with a 5-3 record there in the NL West. So
somebody explain to me, how would you feel about being tied, having the same record as one of the worst teams in the league?
I wouldn't feel good about it.
Okay, so what's going on with the San Diego Padres?
Yeah,
they're tied with the Diamondbacks.
That's ouchy.
They're both 4-4.
Yeah,
and their win percentage, obviously, half of 1,000 is 500. But
so, in fairness on that I'm just looking on that now. They're tied for second per se. Like if I'm looking now, because the Giants and the Rockies are below them with 3-5 records. So that makes another good point. Is it's still early. It's still early, but we like to talk crap about baseball statistics, all no matter what. So you all know how that goes. So unless you've got any other MLB news, Mr. Fuego, I'm going to jump on into
one more thing that we need to touch up on.
All right.
There was a storm by the name of El Nino sending a home run in AAA.
Yes, thank you. That was another topic I was trying to save for last, and then I totally forgot about it. So Fernando Tatis Jr., sorry, is getting ready to come back to the MLB. He's been doing the whole AAA thing to stay fresh, because he's suspended. He is still allowed to play AAA. So as soon as that suspension's up, he'll come up for the Padres, and he's been doing well. He hit a nice dinger the other day, and little story in the news about that. So a Padres Sport Acre, Darnay Trip was talking about McKiller, the pitcher, McKyler, said, "Oh, you'll be talking about this for the rest of your life about how Fernando Tatis Jr. Hit an absolute nuke off of you," and the pitcher didn't like that too much, and immediately tweeted back, whatever, cheater hits home run on a rehab assignment during a steroid suspension. That's all he said too.
Yeah.
So looking a little bit deeper into that, like I said, still early for AAA. That pitcher hasn't been doing very well anyway, so maybe he might have just not taken the bait on that, and he's young, left that alone. But that was his thought on Fernando Tatis Jr. So what was that?
Somebody's gonna have to caress his little ego.
Yeah. So, anyways, hopefully Fernando Tatis Jr. Comes back and plays well, and then he, for the rest of his life, left of his career, which is very early on, he's going to have to hear about that. So It is what it is. All you can do now is play ball and put up or shut up is what I'm thinking. So, all right, guys, we're going to move into some hobby news. We're going to talk about some releases this week and some other fun stuff. As far as what's coming out here in this coming week, we've got Onyx coming out. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's kind of it's another off-brand topic with no logos and stuff like that. Similar to Leaf products. We have got Onyx Vintage Baseball. So I looked these up. I've never purchased Onyx hobby boxes or anything like that, but they are nice looking cards. There is some, fun stuff in there. I did see on Blowout Cards that an extended series hobby box is running about $37.95, and then the collection box is $44.95. So I mean, inexpensive product. If you want something to rip, you've got a chance at there's Julio autographs and that and stuff like that. So nice, fun stuff. If you're looking for something more inexpensive to rip, and it is something new that comes out. That's not to say that Big League just came out last week too. That's an inexpensive, fun rip if you want to go that route. The other thing that's coming out on the 12th. Talked about this a little bit last week, but now I'm upset. Now I'm upset.
Tell them why you're mad.
2022 Topps Dynasty is coming out. So this is an expensive product, but it's a gorgeous product. It used to run around the $500-$600 range. It was about $500. I feel like I saw it for $499 or something like that, or maybe $525. That's what I remember. And it's definitely something you splurge on, and you could definitely get burned on it. But there's some really cool relic autos.
So basically,
there.
when you hit big.
Yes. However, Topps decided to raise the price on it a little bit to $875. This is a 1-card box. I think they're looking at this is 2022, so there's going to be Julio rookies in this, and I'm thinking they're thinking people are going to go big on this product. They did water down the checklist. Now the official checklist is not out yet, but it is going to be more cards than last year, and they've got these debut cards and stuff. It's going to be so cool. But God, that now it's just completely out of reach. Like $400 or $500, it's like I could splurge on that and go without some other stuff for a while, but that's way too much for one card right there for me. So I'll be watching the big guys rip that and just
Now, I mean, okay. Let's put it into a little perspective. So right now you're saying they're asking for how much?
$875.
Now imagine pulling a Mickey Mantle cut auto.
Yeah.
Or a
I hear you on that, but imagine pulling
or you could pull a Devi Garcia.
Yeah. What's the guy on the Giant? Helio Ramos, auto.
The West Coast Devi, yeah.
Dang, dude, that's a gut punch. That's straight to the gut, man. That hurts.
But
that hurts.
You're gonna see
with the mantle. But
you're gonna see a lot of these channels. We're gonna do a case break of Dynasty.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be watching Phil's pulls, I bet. I love watching Phil's pulls.
Sports card. I wouldn't be surprised if Jabs tries to do one.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you. Yeah, Jabs will do them too. They got we got the degenerates on there that go in on that stuff. And yeah, I'll be watching. I'll be posting my comment and getting my like button on there. And if you guys in the chat haven't done that yet, be sure to give us a like and subscribe if you're not subscribing. Thank you guys so much for being here. So those are what's coming out. As far as what I saw rip this week, so like last week, Big League and Stadium Club came out. So we've been watching rips on that, and Big League is fun. I wouldn't go crazy on it personally, because it's a low end product. It's made for kids. There's some fun inserts in there, but if
you're trying to retire off of it, think again.
Yeah, there's autos and stuff in it, but it's not something like if you're somebody that likes to resell cars and stuff like that, I wouldn't for Big League. Now, if you're a collector like a lot of us are, and you just something cheap and fun to rip, totally all about it, because there are some cool inserts in there. I really like the 8-bit cards and stuff like that. So there's that.
I like the little graffiti background cards.
Yeah, with the like a roll call one or their names or something like that. Those are cool. Stadium Club Chrome has been the hype this week. Oh my God. Both retail and hobby packs boxes Dude, I have just
insane.
there hasn't been one video yet where I felt like somebody got really skunked. Like the new trophy hunters inserts that are in there are just gorgeous, and they can come in all the different parallels too, because I've seen some wave ones too. The beam teams.
Mm-hmm.
The beam
I mean,
team
I've already seen some clown pull a 1-of-1 Jazz Chisholm not too long ago.
You pipe down. You pipe down with that. I'm going to show that off right quick. So you guys, last night I was in Diamond Princess's stream, and I bought a blaster of Stadium Club Chrome. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I've seen like decent stuff coming out of all of that. And she pulled me a nice card. I'm going to try and pull it up right quick, if it'll let me.
I mean, the to me, if I had to compare Stadium Club Chrome to Stadium Club Paper, I mean, they're both equally just as good. It's just the chrome finish gives it that pop that makes it stand out. And yeah, there's gonna be some different photo variations and everything like that. But I mean, like you said, I have yet to see Stadium Club Chrome opened and it was a boo-boo box.
There we go, guys. Yeah. So there we go. Diamond Princess. If you guys haven't checked out her YouTube channel, she's actually live right now. We're going to head over there after this, because I know both me and Mr. Fuego have got some more Stadium Club boxes we want ripped in there. But yeah, she pulled me this Superfractor Jazz Chisholm Jr. Destiny insert. And so we were all pretty excited about that. So that was pretty awesome. Thank you, Diamond, for that. And I've seen that same night, the Wander Franco Beam Team Wave was pulled. Carddeal.com got that.
Yeah.
And he also, in a blaster, got an MJ Melendez auto. It was awesome. I've seen Hoosier pull. I've seen decent stuff come out of it. Numbered cards, the wave parallels, the beam teams are not short printed in that, so but they're just good looking cards. But then if you hit a parallel of it, it's pretty awesome. So yeah, super cool. So some other hobby news that Mr. Fuego notified me on this week, I thought was pretty interesting. That tag graded cards, if you guys haven't heard of them, if you recall, we did talk about them early on in the podcast. We did a submission with tag grading to try them out. They're these really, really nice, clear graded slabs with a bunch of different things on their website where you can go and look at scanned things of your cards and get
where you won't find on PSA.
Detailed descriptions of why your card got the grade it got, and the slabs are nice. My favorite slabs. They're my favorite slabs as far as slabs go. Now, I mostly grade with PSA because that's where the resell is at. But as far as looking nice, tag is
this presentation tags hands down.
So tag is available. They have tag graded cards on fanatics.com. So if you guys follow all the stuff with Fanatics, I thought that was pretty interesting that they had it on there, because I thought Fanatics was trying to do just their own thing. And so are they going to be having graded cards from all over? Or are they teaming up with tag?
So I did go to the Fanatics site, and I did see that they predominantly have a lot of Beckett slabs on there. And I think tag would actually benefit from having their name plastered all across Fanatics website.
Oh yeah.
So people will look at it more as, let's see what this tag thing is all about. Everybody knows about, everybody is trying to jump on this whole Fanatics train to benefit off of it. And rightfully so. You know, I mean, Fanatics is trying to take over the hobby, and hopefully when they do take it completely over, they do it for the better, hoping. A lot of these companies that are trying to make a name for themselves within the hobby, whether it's through card manufacturing or grading company, they're gonna, if they're in the good graces of Mother Hen being Fanatics, everybody's gonna jump on that train with that person trying to get in with Fanatics as well. So hopefully this would be a stepping stone for Tag to actually get up there in the same conversation with your PSAs and your
Make a
CSGs and
name
your
for
Tekkens.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Agreed. That would be cool. That would be cool because they are good looking stuff, and I hope they continue being a positivity driven company and stuff like that. I don't hear any shenanigans going on. That is all the hobby news that I have for today. Mr. Fuego, what you got cooking with your channel and everything going on with you?
Well, I just did a video that released today. I opened up a retail box of Topps Update. You know, can't get enough of that stuff.
Nice.
If you haven't seen it, I strongly encourage you do go check it out. There was something huge that was pulled. Okay.
Nice.
And then upcoming, I do have a review video that I need to do for this new format that Series 1 came out with this super box. So I've seen everybody else doing it. I'd like to get my own perspective on it. So that's what's coming up.
Awesome. I ordered one of those super boxes as well. So hopefully I'll be ripping it on the channel. I ordered it on Target. I think it's still available on Target. You were telling me that there was a price drop on it, went down like $5.
Yeah, something like that.
You guys are on, if you guys do target.com at all, make sure you've got your debit card linked so you get your red card deal, you get 5% off, blah, blah, blah. I got that coming. I'm excited. I'm excited for that because I dig. They got me. They got me again. I was trying not to buy any more Series 1, but I want to check out the big card, and I want to check out those foil board cards, and I want to see my little pin.
Yeah, realistically, I want to see what's in the silver pack.
Yeah, 100%. So that'll be fun. And I've seen some good rips of that too, where people like Hoosier Pools pulled like a Mother's Day parallel out of his regular packs on that too. So so that was cool. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a couple of rips coming up on the channel this week. Mr. Fuego's got that new video that just dropped. Also, some Cardmunity stuff, Cardmunity Inc. stuff coming up too. Soon. You and Mr. You and Ripping for Rookies soon. I know we talked about this last week too. We're going to be doing a break of Platinum Anniversary 2022 when that comes out. Which was
we haven't set a date yet because with the schedule that Topps is playing with, they'll say that something's scheduled to release on this day, and then a day prior they'll say, "Oops, we got to push it back a few days."
Yeah.
So we're not gonna make anything known publicly until I get the notification that the item has actually been shipped.
Good call. The Cardmunity Inc. channel's got a lot of things they're working on and things soon to be dropped on there too. So I'm not sure how much stuff you guys want to announce yet, but guys, keep an eye on the Cardmunity Inc. Give it a watch and a follow. I know this morning they had if you guys know Rad Dad and B Dog, another awesome YouTube channel. His son Rad plays baseball, and they live streamed his games on there. So I know that was on this morning. And they also do other community things for other card collectors, fundraisers and things and sponsorships and things of that nature. So just all super fun.
And because of you guys, that channel has passed 100 subscribers. So thank you.
Yes. Congratulations to Cardmunity Inc. for over 100 subscribers. That's awesome. So looking forward to that. And I think that's all the news. I think that's all the channel news and things we got going on this week. We are going to be back next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel. Be sure to keep an eye on both Mr. Fuego and I's channel for anything new coming up. And we will probably. Oh, she just showed up in the chat right now. We're getting a little
rating us.
Raid from Diamond Princess's channel. So everybody, please head on over to Diamond Princess's channel. If Mike from Rip 'em Rookies is still here, if you can post Diamond's link in there, that would be super awesome. Or anybody that's a moderator, post her link, and we will be heading over to her channel because she's going to be open some more Stadium Club Chrome for people and a number of other things. So we'll definitely be over there to check that out.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining the podcast tonight. You got anything else, boss?
Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates it.
Yes. Happy Easter to everybody tomorrow. And I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Thank you for joining the Baseball Junkies podcast. And we will see you next week.